Hello everybody and welcome to Sin City Living. My name is Jason. I'll be bringing you today's episode. As always, please hit the like and subscribe button. Usual shout out to our patrons. We appreciate all the tips and support. Hopefully we'll be able to add some more games. And if you're curious about it, go ahead and check the description down below. We do have our exclusive videos for our patrons, one per tier for the first 3 tiers. So tier 1 can see 1 video, tier 2 can see 2, tier 3 can see 3. Posted for last week. This week's will get posted later on in the next day or two. And we're still figuring out the logistics of it. We're pretty sure we have them posted properly. If not, please message us on the site and let us know. And otherwise, I'm going to go ahead and jump right into it. So today's video is similar to the last video I shot, and it's something I'm pretty sure we shot maybe 5 or 6 months ago, but it's probably gotten buried down in the list, and we've gotten a lot of questions about it, and that is exactly what is a buy bet. So let's go over a buy bet. So we already know we've got the place bets, and let's go ahead and set it up just so you guys see, and we'll set it up in units of 10. So we're going to go ahead and set up 64 across. Let's pretend the point is 8. We're going to go ahead and set up 64 across, including the point. Okay, so those are place bets. So we've gone over place bets. We all know what place bets are, and we know what proper place bets are. Now, with the 4 and 10, we also know that at a certain point, be it $10, $20, $25, it's going to become a buy. It's automatically going to become a buy. It's going to depend on the house, exactly what level it becomes a buy at. If that level is too high for your comfort, you can always ask to make it a buy earlier on and pay the VIG. That's certainly up to you. But these two numbers will always automatically become a buy. So what is a buy? Well, a buy, unlike a place bet that pays the odds minus a house edge and just has a house edge built into it, a buy becomes odds. It pays just like odds, only with a commission, which again is also a house edge. And the commission is 5% of the bet. Anytime there is a commission in dice, at least, it's always off the lower amount. So with a buy, say on the 4 and 10, since it pays double, the smaller amount is of course going to be the actual bet itself, not the payoff. Whereas when you have things like a direct lay, there the payoff is actually smaller than the bet, so the commission is based off of the payoff. So the commission is always going to be the smallest that they can charge, at least. So it's going to be off the bet itself on buy bets. And there are a couple courtesy spots where they will charge you less commission than they need to, but technically, as soon as the commission is even $1 and a penny, the casino would certainly be justified in going ahead and making that commission $2. So when you are doing buy bets, it's often best to make sure that you are taking the maximum advantage of the commission you are paying. With the 4 and 10, a lot of places will give you a courtesy buy at $25. If you have a green out, they're likely to still charge you just $1, even though it's $1.25. So technically, they could charge you $2. But most places they call it a courtesy buy, will only charge you $1. Now, if you did a $26 buy, you're going to pay a $2 commission. There's absolutely no reason to do that. Why would you want to pay a $2 commission on such a minuscule bet? At that point, you might as well just raise it up. So, now what are the odds? Double, blackjack, and cheap blackjack is a great way to look at it. 2 to 1, 3 to 2, and then 6 to 5. So every 5 pays you 6, every 2 pays you 3, and every 1 pays you 2. Double, 3 to 2, 6 to 5. Double it, blackjack, cheap blackjack. That is the odds. That is how odds pay. So that is also how a buy would pay, minus the commission. Most places charge the commission afterwards. Some places, there are still a few places that charge the commission in advance. We did discuss that in one of our other videos on whether or not it's actually worth it. So it's up to you if you want to do a buy at a place that charges you the commission up front. They're just trying to squeeze an extra $1 out of you per bet. Most places will charge it after or during the pay or at the payout. So for instance, in my mind, when I see a $25 4, knowing that it's a buy, I don't think that it pays 50 minus a commission. In my brain, I look at this and go, it pays $49. Just instinct for me. This pays $49. $30 right there. This pays $58. It's a $2 commission. So in my brain, I just automatically subtract that commission out, and that's how it pays. Buy bets are generally better. On the 4 and 10, they are obviously better. We'll even do the $30 one that's paying $2 commission for what should only be $1.50 commission, so they're giving some extra money away. As a place bet, this would pay $54. As a buy, it pays $58. So it does benefit you absolutely, especially if the commission is after, is when it hits. So on the 4 and 10, buy bets definitely make sense, which is probably why the casinos went to automatic buys, because it was so obvious that most people just kept doing it over and over and over again. So it just probably became easier for the casinos just to automatically make those buys. On the 5 and 9, it gets a little bit trickier. There is a point, and we just recently did a video on it, on buying the 5 and 9 and whether or not it makes sense. At which point does it make sense to do? And it's kind of surprising. You got to get, I'm not going to say it's super high, but you got to get up a few units up there in order for the 5 and 9 to start making sense on a buy. The 6 and 8 will never make sense. Technically, yes, you could buy it. I actually, somewhere around 3 years ago, ran into somebody that was absolute die-hard convinced that a buy on the 6 and 8 was better than a place bet, and we could not show him anything that would make him understand that it was not. Apparently, he must have thought that we were using different math or something to try and con him with some sort of fiction, I suppose. But at no point does buying the 6 or 8 ever make sense. Never, not once. 5 and 9, there is a point where we're doing a buy bet does make sense. Now, when you choose to buy it, they will put buy buttons on them. The technical procedure for buy bets is to actually pull them inside, just like a come bet, only place a buy button on them. But a lot of places don't do that anymore. A lot of places just slap the buy button on it and call it a day, which is fine. It's almost becoming the new procedure in a way. So just like a lot of places with automatic buys on the 4 and 10 don't even bother with the buy buttons at all, because it's automatic. We don't have to mark something that's automatic. It's kind of like Hardways in the center action on a come out roll. When we announce Hardways work unless called off, and nobody says anything, I've actually seen dealers that will then put an on button out there. Why do you have to put an on button out there? You just said they work unless they're called off, so they automatically work. Why do we need to mark it? Same thing with the 4 and 10. They automatically become buys. Why do we need to mark it? So that's kind of becoming the new normal at a lot of casinos, is that procedure is sort of going away since it's superfluous. It makes absolutely no sense. Kind of like the whole moving of the bets in. If you mark it with a buy button, why do you need to also move it? Doesn't make too much sense, kind of ticky-tack. So a lot of places have gotten rid of that as well. And that is the brief explanation of buys. I didn't figure they would take all that long, so I hope you guys enjoyed this and find this helpful. And we will catch you guys next time. Thank you for watching. Bye now.